I am a former NFL executive. But more importantly, I am passionate about the empowerment of women and girls. I grew up in Miami, Florida, a neighborhood called Liberty City. It was infested with drugs, prostitution, and gangs. Unfortunately, I saw family members fall prey to the environment. When I was born, the youngest of 6, my mom had mental illness. Before she was admitted to the hospital, she left me on the steps of family members in a shoebox. When I was 8 years old, I joined the neighborhood co-ed flag football team. And because of my speed, I was drafted as the wide receiver. That was the first introduction to football. Football was a great distraction for me because also at age 8, a family member told me that one day I would be dumb, stupid, and crazy like my mom. But football gave me confidence. It made me feel fearless and strong and empowered. When I was 10 years old, I was adopted by other family members. My adopted mom told me that if I studied hard and if I got good grades and graduated from college, that one day I could become a successful businesswoman. I believed her. My mom introduced me to God. That was the foundation of my faith. I felt loved, valued, and smart. I entered high school in the 9th grade. I was impressed by 6 beautiful girls. I believed that these girls were one day going to be successful businesswomen. My mom told me to surround myself with like-minded friends, so I became friends. These new friends inspired me to be the best that I could be. And the funny thing, they had no idea the impact that they were making in my life. We all graduated from high school and college with honors and became successful businesswomen. Over 45 years later, we're still friends, encouraging and inspiring each other. And today, we call ourselves Sisters Forever. When I was 18 years old, my role model was my cousin. She had everything that I wanted in life: a good husband, beautiful daughter, a beautiful home. When I went away to college, I learned that she became addicted to drugs. She became a prostitute, and she later died of AIDS. I was devastated. I spent 4 years working in the athletic department in college. I spent as much time as possible watching sports, basketball, track and field, but my favorite was football. College in itself was tough enough, but I decided to invest my time and my treasures to help and nurture women that were important to me and that really needed my help. It was all worth it because today, these women are thriving and living their best lives. That was my first experience to wanting to help women and girls become empowered. I had discovered my passion. Yes, I say discovered because I used to think that I had to find my passion, but I learned that my passion was already inside of me, and all I needed to do was to develop my passion. So today, my passion is not focused on what I love, because what I love benefits me, and it brings me joy, and it brings me happiness, and there is nothing wrong with that. But today, I focus my passion on what I care about, because what I care about benefits others. And what I care about is aligned with my principles, my values, and the impact that I want to make. And that ultimately brings me joy and value and happiness. So one day I decided to surprise my niece. She was a senior in high school. Boy, was I surprised. She wasn't in school. I learned that she had missed the maximum number of days, one more day, and she would have been expelled. So I immediately went to my sister's house, and I found my niece sleeping. I packed her bags. She moved in with me. She never missed another day, and she graduated from high school on time. That was my second inspiration to wanting to help empower women and girls. I considered myself my niece's role model because I wanted her to see that her environment, like mine, did not have to end up as her destiny. I wanted to teach her what my mom taught me. Trust God, believe in yourself, and get a good education, and you can become successful. And I told my niece, but don't compare your success to my success, because success is different for everyone. So with love, support, and encouragement, today my niece is successful in her own right, not without struggles or setbacks, but in spite of her struggles and setbacks. With resilience, like her role model, she is successful. People asked me, how did you get a job working in the NFL? Well, a good friend interviewed for the controller's position with the Miami Dolphins, and he used a mutual friend of ours. That mutual friend actually referred me for the job. I interviewed, I got the job. So now I had to call my good friend back to say, sorry, just took your job. Of course, we're no longer friends today. But what is a girl to do? What God has for you is for you. During my 18 years working in the NFL, my job was not to nurture women. After all, I was CFO. But I fulfilled that passion by serving on boards, nonprofit boards like Girls Inc. and YWCA St. Louis. And I love mentoring girls and women. I mentored a young lady. She was a single mom. She had no clue what she wanted to do with her career. 15 years later, I am still her mentor, and she is thriving professionally with 2 master's degrees, a 6-figure salary, happily married with her 2nd son, and living her best life. And not only am I her mentor, but she's also my mentor on social media. So if you have questions on social media, don't ask me, ask my mentor. Toward the end of my career in the NFL, I knew it was time to move on. I was at halftime, time to pivot, make an adjustment, a change. But what was I going to do? To help me make this decision, I took a webinar on writing your personal mission statement. Included in my personal mission statement was inspiring and enhancing the lives of women and girls. I believed that my next career was going to be helping women and girls. I didn't know how, I didn't know when. All I had was my faith. Shortly, I learned YWCA Metro St. Louis was looking for a CEO. I applied, I got the job. And that started a 12-year career working for an organization whose mission is eliminating racism and empowering women. As a Black woman in America, I have experienced racism, and I know what it feels like to feel unempowered. So this mission was near and dear to my heart. So overnight, I went from working in the NFL with deep pockets to working for a nonprofit with hole in the pockets. But even still, I felt like I had just won the Super Bowl, working for an organization whose mission was aligned with my personal mission. I had found my purpose. So my passion led me to my purpose in life, working for an organization who provides services to women who've been sexually assaulted, experienced domestic violence, providing housing for homeless women, mentoring for women who are in the empowerment program, making minimum wage, graduating with education to earn a living wage so that they can break the cycle of poverty, not only for themselves, but for their family. A client told me that she survived homelessness because of the services she received. She said, "Ms. Bracy, I was encouraged. I felt safe." She told me that she felt supported, and her therapist told her, "You are good enough, and you can overcome those bad decisions." She believed her therapist. Today, she has a great job with her own apartment. And not only is she surviving, but she is thriving. I am grateful to be able to wake up every day knowing that what I'm doing is helping women regain their voice, build their self-confidence, be just empowered, and building their self-esteem. For me, that was not a job. That was my calling. And toward the end of my career in nonprofit, I was at halftime again. Time to pivot, to make a change. So I decided to retire so that I could continue to coach, mentor, and consult women to encourage women to embrace life. Yes, embrace, by empowering themselves, motivating themselves, believing in themselves, having resilience in the face of adversity, accountability to themselves and to others, courage in the face of fear, and evaluate. Yes, evaluate. Always evaluate your circumstances. Today, I live life intentionally guided by my faith, my values, and my beliefs. Living on purpose gives me a sense of accomplishment, hope, a feeling of gratitude. Living on purpose creates meaning in my life. So, I challenge you today. If you have not discovered your passion, follow your passion until you discover and find your purpose in life. When you find your purpose in life, it will allow you to live your best life.